Ever stayed up late, binge watching your favorite show or burning the midnight oil for work, telling yourself, "I'll catch up on sleep later"? We've all done it. In our fast-paced world, sacrificing sleep often feels like a necessary evil, a badge of honor even. But what if I told you that every time you cut short your precious Z's, you're not just feeling a little tired the next day? You're actively unleashing a silent, insidious force that begins to dismantle your body and mind, cell by cell. The truth about what happens inside you when you skimp on sleep is far more alarming than you can imagine. Get ready, because I'm about to reveal 5 shocking truths that will make you rethink your relationship with your pillow forever, and the final one is very, very shocking, so try and watch this video to the end. We live in a society that often glorifies being busy, pulling all-nighters, and pushing through exhaustion. I'm here to tell you that sleep isn't a luxury, it's a biological imperative, as fundamental to your survival as breathing, eating, or drinking water. When you consistently deny your body the 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep it desperately needs, you're not just feeling groggy. You're initiating a cascade of detrimental effects that can profoundly alter your physical and mental health. These aren't just minor inconveniences, they are serious, sometimes irreversible, consequences that impact everything from your brain's ability to think to your immune system's power to protect you. Let's delve into the dark side of sleep deprivation, uncovering the profound changes happening within your body right now if you're not getting enough rest. Truth number 1, brain cannibalism. Yes, you are shocked, right? It sounds like something from a sci-fi horror movie, right? But it's a chilling reality for those who consistently skimp on sleep. Our brains are incredibly complex organs, and during sleep, they perform essential maintenance. One of these vital tasks is what scientists call synaptic pruning. Think of your brain as a garden. Throughout the day, as you learn and experience new things, new connections, or synapses, grow between your brain cells, like new shoots in a garden. During deep sleep, specialized gardener cells, called astrocytes, come out to prune away the weak or unnecessary connections, making room for stronger, more efficient ones. Here's the shocking part: studies, particularly groundbreaking research done on mice, have shown that when you're chronically sleep deprived, these astrocytes become overactive. Instead of selectively pruning weak connections, they start going rogue. They begin to literally eat healthy, functional synapses, especially in critical areas like the cerebral cortex and hippocampus, the very regions responsible for learning, memory, and high-level cognitive processing. This isn't just about feeling fuzzy-headed, it's a process called synaptic phagocytosis, an accelerated cellular degradation that essentially means your brain is cannibalizing itself. It impairs your ability to learn new things, makes it harder to recall information, and significantly reduces your brain's plasticity, its ability to adapt and change. Over time, this constant self-cannibalization isn't just a scary thought, it's a terrifying potential pathway to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Sleep normally allows for a delicate balance, removing the old and consolidating the new. Lack of sleep throws this balance into utter chaos. So, the next time you think of skipping sleep, remember that your brain might just be having a snack on itself. Truth number 2, weakened immune function. Imagine your body as a fortress, constantly under siege from viruses, bacteria, and even rogue cells within. Your immune system is your elite defense force, guarding every wall and fighting every battle. But what happens when that defense force is exhausted, underfed, and severely undermanned? That's precisely what happens to your immune system when you don't get enough sleep. Sleep is a critical period for immune system repair and strategic planning. During deep sleep, your body goes into overdrive producing and releasing vital immune proteins called cytokines. These cytokines are like the generals of your immune army, directing troops, flagging infections, and orchestrating your body's inflammatory response. Without adequate sleep, cytokine production plummets, leaving your body vulnerable and less capable of fighting off invaders. It gets worse. Key immune cells, like your T cells, which are the specialized assassins that hunt down and destroy virus-infected cells and even some cancer cells, become sluggish and less effective without sufficient rest. Think of them as warriors who haven't slept in days, their aim is off, their reaction time is slow, and they're simply not performing optimally. Studies have shown that even a single night of poor sleep can drastically reduce the number of natural killer cells, another crucial component of your innate immune system. These NK cells are your body's first responders, directly attacking infected cells and tumor cells without needing prior sensitization. A decrease in NK cells means your immediate defense line is weakened, making you an easier target for common colds, the flu, and other infectious diseases. Furthermore, if you're not sleeping well, your body's ability to respond to vaccines diminishes. Vaccines work by stimulating your immune system to create antibodies. If your immune system is compromised by lack of sleep, it won't produce as many antibodies, rendering the vaccine less effective. So, next time cold and flu season rolls around, remember that your best defense might just be a good night's sleep. Now, before we move to the next shocking truth, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Now, truth number 3, your metabolism spirals out of control. Have you ever noticed that after a night of poor sleep, you're hungrier than usual? And not just for any food, but specifically for sugary, fatty, calorie-dense comfort foods? This isn't just your imagination or a lack of willpower, it's a direct consequence of sleep deprivation hijacking your hormonal system. Lack of sleep wreaks absolute havoc on your metabolic balance, particularly impacting two crucial hormones that regulate your appetite, leptin and ghrelin. Leptin is often called the satiety hormone. It's produced by your fat cells and signals to your brain that you're full and should stop eating. Ghrelin, on the other hand, is the hunger hormone, produced in your stomach, and it signals to your brain that it's time to eat. When you're sleep deprived, this delicate balance gets completely thrown off. Your ghrelin levels soar, screaming to your brain that you're starving, while your leptin levels plummet, silencing the I'm full signal. The result? You feel constantly hungry, crave unhealthy foods, and are much more likely to overeat. But the metabolic mayhem doesn't stop there. Sleep deprivation also significantly impacts your body's ability to handle sugar. Your cells become less sensitive to insulin, the hormone responsible for ushering glucose from your bloodstream into your cells for energy. This phenomenon is called insulin resistance. When your cells resist insulin, glucose lingers in your blood, leading to higher blood sugar levels, even after a regular meal. This isn't a minor issue. Chronic insulin resistance is a major precursor to prediabetes and eventually, type 2 diabetes. So, the combination of increased appetite, intense cravings for energy-dense, unhealthy foods, and a severely impaired glucose metabolism makes weight gain and the development of metabolic diseases almost an inevitable outcome for chronic sleep-deprived individuals. Your waistline, and your future health, depend heavily on your sleep. You might think that these are really shocking, but wait till we get to the most shocking truth, which is the last. Now, truth number 4. Your emotions runs wild. Yes, you heard right. Ever woken up after a terrible night's sleep feeling unusually irritable, snappy, or just plain sad? Like a minor inconvenience could set you off into a full-blown rage? That's not just being in a bad mood, it's your brain losing its ability to regulate your emotions, a direct consequence of sleep deprivation. Our brains have an incredible built-in system for managing our feelings. The prefrontal cortex, located right behind your forehead, is the rational, executive part of your brain. It's responsible for decision-making, impulse control, problem-solving, and, crucially, emotional regulation. It's like the wise, calm CEO of your brain, keeping everything in check. Then there's the amygdala, a small almond-shaped structure deep within your brain, which is your emotional center. It's responsible for processing primal emotions like fear, anger, and anxiety. It's like the fiery, impulsive startup founder. When you're sleep deprived, the connection between these two vital areas becomes severely compromised. The prefrontal cortex, your rational CEO, is highly vulnerable to sleep loss. It literally shuts down, becoming less active and less capable of performing its executive functions. Simultaneously, the amygdala, your impulsive founder, becomes hyperactive, firing on all cylinders with unchecked emotional responses. This imbalance means your rational brain is less able to rein in your emotional brain. The result? Heightened emotional reactivity, increased irritability, wild mood swings, and a drastically reduced ability to cope with stress. You might find yourself overreacting to minor annoyances, feeling more anxious than usual, or experiencing prolonged feelings of sadness or even despair. This diminished emotional resilience not only makes you feel miserable but also severely impacts your social interactions, your relationships, and your overall mental well-being. Think of it, your brain on no sleep is essentially an emotional teenager with no parental supervision. Lastly, the final shocking truth, which is the most alarming and far-reaching consequence of chronic sleep deprivation, is its profound impact on your long-term health, significantly elevating your risk of developing a terrifying array of serious chronic diseases. This isn't just about feeling tired or moody, It's about persistent, systemic stress being placed on every major system in your body. Let's connect the dots from what we've already discussed. The increased inflammation throughout your body, the insulin resistance leading to elevated blood sugar, the weakened immune function that leaves you vulnerable, and the hormonal imbalances we've talked about, all these factors don't exist in isolation. They converge to create a perfect storm, contributing directly to a significantly increased risk of cardiovascular diseases. We're talking about conditions like high blood pressure, which puts strain on your heart and arteries, significantly raising your chances of experiencing a heart attack or a stroke. Beyond cardiovascular health, the metabolic chaos we discussed directly links to an increased likelihood of developing obesity and type 2 diabetes. Moreover, chronic inflammation and the body's compromised ability to repair cellular damage are implicated in the development of certain types of cancer. Yes, consistently missing out on sleep isn't just making you tired, it's actively increasing your cancer risk. And remember how your brain starts eating itself? That cognitive decline and synaptic damage aren't just temporary blips. They can accelerate the progression of devastating neurodegenerative disorders, like Alzheimer's disease, effectively fast-tracking the decline of your cognitive functions and memory. Essentially, consistently cutting short your sleep doesn't just diminish your quality of life, it shortens your life expectancy and ensures that the years you do have are lived with a higher burden of illness. Sleep isn't a passive state, it's an active, powerful defense mechanism against the ravages of time and disease. So, there you have it, 5 shocking, undeniable truths about what happens to your body when you consistently skimp on sleep. From your brain literally cannibalizing itself to your immune system waving a white flag, your metabolism spiraling out of control, your emotions running wild, and your risk of deadly chronic diseases skyrocketing, the evidence is overwhelming. Sleep is not a negotiable part of your life, it's the bedrock of your health, your performance, and your well-being. Ignore it at your peril. It's time we stopped treating sleep as a luxury and recognized it for what it truly is, a fundamental, non-negotiable biological necessity. Prioritizing sleep isn't lazy, it's one of the most proactive, powerful steps you can take to protect your health, sharpen your mind, and extend your life. If you found this information eye-opening, hit that like button and subscribe for more crucial health insights.